Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have Tobi in his white mask. Don't want to spoil it for anyone, so we'll just call him Tobi. In the white sort of war mask that he wears. So, oh, spoiler alert! I have to say it because it's Obito. So just, I know I've probably ruined it for some people and people go nuts. But if you haven't watched it, Naruto by now, no offense, but you should watch it. Right. So the shape for his head is like an egg. Pretty difficult shape to get right, but we'll go for it. We'll draw that first, okay? So I've moved his head over to the left a little bit. So I'm on a landscape orientation page. Use a pencil. Hit pause if I go too fast. So we're over here on the left. All right, just over here, because I wanted to make room for his arm. So the top of his head starts up here, right? And we kind of curve down for the side of his mask, okay? Going down like so. You're trying your best to keep it even on both sides, but you know, I'll understand if it's difficult, because it is. We keep going down, and we start to get skinnier as we go down to the bottom of his face. So it starts to curve in like that. And it'll go down to his chin down here, right? But we don't have to complete this part because his cloak covers it, right? So it just comes across. You could draw it in and erase it after if you wanted, you know, but why do that when we could just do this? So a line that goes diagonal across here, and then it's going to come out around the other side like that, and then go around the other way. So, go out around the back of his head, okay? So that's his cloak, sides of it, his collar of his cloak, should I say. A bit longer maybe, just there. Okay, so inside here, about halfway up, from like here to here, it's about halfway, right? We have those comma sort of marks that are like the Sharingan and the Renegan. Those Tomei, or I think they're called. So curves around like so. Now if you wanted, you could draw his eyes in here. I'm not going to do that because they're a bit too small for me to get the detail inside here. So I'm just going to add the commas and then color them in dark, right? If you were looking at this sort of close up, you could probably, if it was a close-up drawing of the mask, you could probably get away with drawing in the eyes in here, but it's just too small for me. So coloring it in dark is a good option. It's much easier. Okay, and there's one more right up the top of his head. Okay, so it's smaller, so it's just up here, kind of like number 6, just up the top. Colored in black. Okay. Okay, there's some extra details. We've got another circle in the middle of his forehead. Just there. And then there's a circle going around that, and then a circle that connects these 3 sections, and then 2 more lines down here. So, circle. If you had something you could trace around, or if you wanted to use a compass, you could do that. So that kind of thing, and I'll just thicken up this line, okay? So it's like, make it a nice thick, dark line. Something like that, and then a bigger one that connects these three. So like so, comes out the other side of it here. Trying to keep it circular as we can. I'm going to thicken this line up as well. That, and then thicken it up. And then add 2 more lines coming across his face. So one here. There, and then one more curving up around there, and then you got to thicken that up as well. So there you go, that's the basic idea. Then we can see his neck coming down here, maybe some of it on the other side, just down there, and then his, what can we see? So we can see his shoulder. So we got his cloak here, and then his shoulder bumps down like so. And then his arm sticks out this way. A couple of fold lines all the way down to say here. Okay. So his hand is sticking out holding a stick just here. So I guess the easiest way, do the hand first. So we've got like 4 knuckles and a thumb. So like his wrist comes out of his cloak just here, like so, and then curves around for the top of his glove. Back around into there, right? So that's like his wrist sticking out with his glove, and then his thumb comes up, down, like so. And then his thumb will curve around here, bumping around every now and then. And then his hand comes down like so. And then 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles. And then this goes in. And then each finger has a grip of his handle of his weapon, like this. Take your time with hands because they can be pretty tricky. Like so. And the finger comes down to there. And the handle of his sword goes diagonal up. So we might use a ruler just to get the handle. Just here. And this will curve across the top. Down like so, the other side, so it's there, and then this side there, And then curved lines coming down it. 2, 3. Oh, and the back of his hand just there. And so then there is a piece of rope or something held onto it. It like wraps around like so, and there's a hole in the top of that thing. And yeah, they go fairly straight down this way, and there's like, I could say a tie or a cord, so it goes in like here, and then it's like there's a knot or something in the middle of it, say like here. So I'm just drawing this sort of floating in the air at first, like that, and then we'll join those together. Like that. And then this will go up to here. It doesn't have to, it changes direction, so it doesn't have to be, you know, continuous sort of line. It does change direction, so don't sweat that. It's real thin rope line. It goes up behind then into there. Right, so that's that part of his arm, and then side of his body goes down like so. So his other hand is doing a sort of a jutsu thing here. Actually, my hand is pretty close to the size of his. That's interesting. So this curves up like that, and his shoulder comes down like this. I go in here and like bump out for a fold all the way out to his elbow, and then down off the page, right? So his fingers, 2 fingers are here. Okay, so like this curved line here, finger, and like so, goes down then, this, and then we can see a little bit of the other finger in behind. So it's a tricky enough hand pose, this jutsu thing. So we're looking at it from here, so we can see 2 fingers sticking out in a thumb. So go out like so, and then curve around that finger. And the back of his hand kind of sticks out here. And then the next finger will just be here, knuckle, down. So this is his little finger, and that's his ring finger. Index, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. So the little finger is like wrapped up in here, so we can see the back of it. Well, that's a hard stretch. It's hard to do, twisting your arm that way. So you gotta curve around. Just put some bumps for skin. The line there, and the palm of his hand comes down like that. So these are like lines for the skin of his little finger in there. That's the palm of his hand, that's the back of his hand there, and then the other side, the other sort of bump for the palm of his hand is just here. Then this goes in to his glove section, just here, and then his cloak that flows down on the other side, just there. Like so. And oh yeah, his thumb, nearly forgot his thumb, just here in the back, sticking up here. And then the rest of his arm, just fold lines, because it's a big heavy cloak, so this. Sort of bumpy line here. And like his armpit and sort of bicep line just there. Oh yeah, and his ninja sort of headband stuff sticking off. So let's see, it goes right out this way. And behind his head. The other side of that comes out. Kind of twists here. And then all the way back to here and like goes off that way. You could make them as long as you want, really. We've another one just coming down here by his shoulder. Like that. And then bring it back at the bottom. Back up. Into his shoulder here and the twist. Okay, so that is how to draw Tobi, aka Obito, with his white mask. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.